A very good afternoon. You're right on time for Citizen Briefs at 4 p.m. My name is Wycliffe Orandi. 2 people have been confirmed dead after a bus they were traveling in ran over an improvised explosive device at Koromei area in Mandera County. Now, confirming the incident, Northeastern Regional Police Commander Rono Bunei said 10 other passengers who were injured were rushed to Mandera Referral Hospital where they are receiving treatment. Rono says the bus suffered a huge degree of damage. Security officers have been deployed in the area to ensure security, even as investigations into the incident begin. Education CS Professor George Magoha has today put on notice various teachers who are allegedly planning to involve themselves in irregularities in the upcoming KCSE examinations. Speaking in Kisumu, Magoha indicated that the ministry has put in place adequate measures to smoke out those who will be involving themselves in exam cheating. According to Magoha, 99% of the candidates who registered for KCPE sat for the exams, which kicked off on Monday and was concluded today with no instances of irregularities. The CS says government has already disbursed 7.5 billion shillings to secondary schools to enable them ensure the smooth running of practical exams in the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education.
A small number of people, including teachers, who are planning to do KCSE examinations for candidates in rooms that they have organized elsewhere. And I think this will basically be my last warning shot. If they intend to be bold enough to proceed with this, then you will see that we shall arrest them and throw them into prison until after the exam is completed. We are not going to negotiate with the future of our children.
Kilifi Senator Stewart Mazayo has taken over as the Deputy Minority Leader after Cleopas Malala was bundled out by NASA senators earlier today. Malala, who has been at loggerheads with the dominant ODM party in the coalition, was targeted for removal for what is seen as disrespect for ODM boss Raila Odinga. Minority Leader James Orengo convened a meeting of NASA senators to endorse the removal of Malala as his deputy on Tuesday night. ODM senators are said to have had signed a petition endorsing Malala's removal despite their coalition partners failing to endorse the ouster. Meanwhile, the Jubilee Party has unveiled its candidates for the forthcoming by-elections. The candidates who are presented with nomination certificates include Abdul Yusuf, who will vie for the Garissa senatorial seat left vacant by his late father Yusuf Haji. Zebedeo Opore will be Jubilee's candidate in Bonchari, while Susan Njeri will be the candidate in Juja.
He's been our contact person with the various leadership. Are confident that he'll make a good account of himself.
It's a huge privilege and a great honor to take this responsibility on behalf of the party. And if elected, I promise to work to the very best of my ability for the party, the county, and the country. First and foremost, I would like to thank God, the Almighty, who has given me endless grace, mercy, and blessings during a very tough time in my life. I would also like to thank the party and the party leader for the support and encouragement that they've given me, which is very much appreciated.
Former Tetu Member of Parliament Dungu Githenji has yet again failed to answer to assault charges. This after lawyer Professor George Wajakoya representing the victim asked Nairobi Chief Magistrate Martha Mutuku to recuse herself from the case. Githenji is accused of assaulting Godfrey Mutua, who is a guard, on the 5th of February this year. The court heard that the file is before the DPP for review following a request by the accused. Magistrate Mutuku directed that the matter be mentioned on the 12th of April and that the victim files a formal application on her recusal.
Attacks on the court, on counsel, I don't know, it's not practice, huh? Okay. Introduce certain documents, either from
kind of protection from the court.
You require
Given it, and I'm demanding. I mean, you should not personalize it.
I don't know whether Professor is allowed to fact that's a good Friday.
Residents of Kithecu Village, Mandera South in Embu County now want the construction of the only bridge that connects them to the neighboring county of Machakos redone. The residents say the dilapidated state of the bridge continues to pose a serious danger to them. They say elected leaders have neglected their plea and they now want the bridge fixed ahead of the long rains season.
Shimo hapa imetusumbua sana. Hata wakati wa mvua pikipiki zinaangukaga hapa. Hata kuna gari za miraa zilikuwa karibu siingie kwa hii shimo. Kwa hivyo hii kitu imetusumbua sana. Na wanashinda kusema watatengeneza, miaka 2-3 imeisha na hatuoni mabadiliko.
Sisi kama wana mbonda tuna shinda mingi sana na wavukisha customer bila ngambo nyingine. Na bado kifika hapa tunawatolea hapa tunarudi. Kisha wanataabika sana kuvuka hii mto.
Wakati mvua imenyesha hapa panakuwa na maji mingi sana. Na tunakuwa na shida sana kuvuka, hata customer wanakuwa woga wa kwenda sehemu mbalimbali pale tunakuwa tunaenda.
Tanzanians continue to pay their last respects to their departed President Dr. John Magufuli. Today's body was taken to Mwanza, where regional leaders led in their tributes. Thousands lined up on the streets of Mwanza to catch a glimpse of the military carrier. The body is currently snaking its way to his hometown in Chato by road, where public viewing is expected tomorrow ahead of his burial, which will be on Friday. Now, the pictures you're seeing on your screens there is the body arriving in Chato. That is the hometown of the late President John Magufuli, and being received by thousands of mourners in his hometown after the body was actually earlier on in Mwanza, Tanzania, where tributes were also led by leaders in the area. We'll give you the latest in our subsequent bulletins right here. Keep it Citizen TV. Now, Congo Republic President Denis Sassou Nguesso has been re-elected with more than 88% of the vote. His closest rival, Guy-Brice Parfait Colelas, who died hours after the polls closed, received less than 8%. Colelas was being evacuated to France to be treated for COVID-19 when he died. The main opposition party boycotted the vote, and two of his main rivals were convicted of crimes after the last election in 2016. Sassou is a former paratrooper who took power in 1979. He lost Congo's first multi-party elections in 1992, but returned to office in 1997 after a civil war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu could struggle to secure enough seats in parliament to stay in power. Incomplete results from Tuesday's election show. With about 90% of votes counted, his right-wing bloc is on course to win 59 seats, too short of the threshold. In a surprise development, an Arab party which is projected to win 5 seats could hold the balance of power. The final outcome will, among other things, determine the course of Israel's relations with the Palestinians. The Arab party, RAM, has not declared whether it will support the efforts of Netanyahu to form a government or those of the bloc opposed to him remaining in office. Some sports news. Liverpool star Mohamed Salah was mobbed by adoring fans at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport on Tuesday night when he arrived in the country with the Egyptian national football team. The Pharoahs Salah, who was accompanied by Mohamed El Neni, who plays for Arsenal as a midfielder, and Mohamed Trezeguet, who plays for Aston Villa in the same position, had to be escorted by police officers and members of the Egyptian Football Association after fans sought to take a picture with the football star. Egypt plays Harambee Stars on Thursday in a Group G Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Kasarani Stadium in Nairobi. Kenya drew 1-1 with the Pharoahs in Cairo and are currently third in the group standings. That's it from me on Citizen Briefs at 4 p.m. My name is Wycliffe Orandi. Enjoy the rest of your viewing and stay safe.